Good morning, everyone. Yes, it is 4th of July, Independence Day, Celebration Day in the United States. And the fireworks, this has been going on since Sunday. It started while I was over at my other daughter's. Boom, boom, boom here, boom there. And then here, and every time something happens, my grandchildren here, last night, Mom and Dad had a date. Yes, yeah, we got pizza for dinner. Well, they did. I'm not a big, unless I make myself my own pizzas. I'm not a big fan of the store-bought pizzas. Right. Yes. So I made me a chicken salad. Oh, it was delicious. With celery and apples in it. Is this moving? There we go. And yeah, it was delicious. Made my own vinaigrette to go with it, of course. Nope, not a big fan of ranch, though. Okay, unless I make, again, my own ranch, which is nothing like the ranch one buys. And then, yeah, so. And we made cinnamon rolls yesterday, homemade from scratch. And it was so funny. So we're making these. I'm making them with all of them. They were all there. And then at the end, I finished them up myself, after the dough had risen, and punch it back down, and roll it out, and then put the cinnamon stuff on it, and then roll it up, and then cut it in. Okay. Then put it together, put it to rise again, and then put it in the oven. So it was ready for snack, and all of them loved them. And they were really good. They were a little dense, so if Paul Hollywood, I think that's his name, from the British baking show, would have tasted them, said, the taste is great, but they're a little dense. They were a little tight, but they were still delicious to eat. So definitely going to make those again. And it was funny. My younger granddaughter, she's eating one. She says, Grossi, they're so delicious and they're not poisonous for us. I'm going, like the other ones? And I'm going, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Have you eaten poisonous ones? And then it dawned on me on how I've talked to them about when you make things from scratch, you know exactly what goes in it. And there is nothing extra in it that is needed then for it to go in a grocery store and have a shelf life at ale, right? Yes? Okay. And I said, oh, yeah. And so, I had showed them, for example, on something that was store-bought and the ingredients list. And then something that we would make from scratch and then the ingredients list, right? So, and how many of those things, and they really aren't good for us, the dyes, the preservatives, okay, you know what, you get my drift. And so my granddaughter, again, she has her 5 years old, and the understanding that she has is straight out. It's just straight out. I love it. Hi, Archer. Hey, Ivy. Ivy has a friend over, Archer. Looks like not quite a king's poodle. Not quite the size of a king's poodle, unless he's not full grown yet. I don't know. But he looks older. And they're having a great time together. Huh? Yes? Yeah, dogs have friends. They're doggy friends, too. Anyway, okay, so that's what we did. It's great. Spent again a lot of time in the pool. Oh, and it was so much fun. It's exhausting. One realizes, after you spent all this time in the water and just had fun, and of course we're not just sitting there. Oh yeah, I wish I could, but with my grandchildren, they're so busy, and my grandson's friends, same thing. And I said, okay, girls, which game are we gonna make up this time? Jumping in the pool, this and that, diving in it, and this is a bigger pool, and it's really fun. It's just so much fun. Next year we're going to get double the size. Well, anyway, so much fun, but so exhausting. I slept so good again. Um, just exhausted. We went for a walk as well, and went back to this one place where my grandson had found this geode, and looked around. Sure enough, we found all kinds of amazing treasures when it comes to rocks, and we found some fossilized shells, and then my granddaughter found one where the shell was that you could see part of the fossilized shell on the rock, and you turned it over and there were tiny little crystals in it. It's just, yeah, they love stuff like that. Well, we spent there I don't know how long, and my grandson's friend came with this watch this time that shows the steps. He says, Grozy, he calls me Grozy as well. I want to make 10,000 steps. I'm going, oh, okay. Then my grandson says, hey, I got one of those watches. I said, you do? She says, yeah, the one. We have that one little watch that's kind of at the ready if I have to call my daughters or my son-in-law in case something happens while nobody's here. Yes, okay. And but it also has the little step thing on it, and it is my grandson. So he says, "Can I put it on?" I said, "Yeah, as long as you guys don't get these wet." Okay. Anyway, so they both, and they made it. Both of them made over 10,000 steps yesterday. Yes, which of course means we all did. It's kind of cool. How did I make 10,000 steps? I have no idea. But anyway, so they were very proud of themselves to have made the goal. So now 10,000 steps, that's pretty good, right? Yes, okay. And so they go, Gracie, we're going to make 500,000 steps. And you're going, oh, okay. How are you going to do that? Not in one day. Yep. Well, how long would it take? So, okay, I'm going, well, I don't know. So in the evening, when Mommy here was done with the work, my grandson asks her, he says, Mom, how long would it take to get 500,000 steps? She says, probably till the end of summer. My grandson's like, what? Yeah. We were talking yesterday, we were reading another book about sea creatures, and they give the feet and the meters on how big the animal is or how deep in the ocean they are. And they got really into that. Gracie, so how much is that actually? And here, I'm trying to, okay, yeah, from that wall down over to that wall or halfway, and oh, depth. And they didn't quite get the depth thing. Yeah, but how wide is that? I'm going, well, let me see. It would be traveling from here to, I don't know, Virginia or something. Okay. So they've very much kind of are into it. It's interesting how you read a book with them, and rather than just concentrating on the creatures, what they look like, this and that, suddenly measurements, right, are a big thing. They got into measuring things. My younger granddaughter found my son was putting up some shelves in a little house, and my granddaughter got into the measuring tape, and she started measuring everything. She said, oh, Rosie, how much is this? How much is that? I said, well, look, see here the numbers, and this is the centimeters, and this is the inches. And she got really into that and started measuring everything. So we're kind of into measuring things, and how wide, how long, how deep things are. And interesting, huh? Yeah. So anyway, so I'm going with it. I'm good with that. Oh, who's coming? Hi, Happy. Oh, my granddaughter, my younger granddaughter, is sporting a braid. Do you want to come show off your beautiful long braid? And she's not happy about it. Yes. What happened?
It's the coloring stuff.
The coloring stuff?
Yes.
What coloring stuff? It's right over there in the corner. What are you looking for something in particular?
I'm looking for something to draw with, but I don't.
It's right in the corner there, where the puppet theater is. Look there. There should be all kind. And then look in the plastic box. There is. Yeah. I know. Oh, now suddenly she knows. Okay. Children for you. Okay, let's get going here. Toodaloo. And we're working on the multiplication tables. Yes, we are. And often, when children go, oh, do we have to do that? Just go, no, not really, but we're gonna do it anyway. And then once they get into it, they love it. Then when I'm done, they're going, oh, let's do some more. No, I'm done now. You see, stop before they get tired and bored of it. And of course, there are all kinds of ways to make stuff like that fun. Yes. Every day a little bit goes a long way for them to become more educated, have more knowledge. Again, by the time they go back to school. We're reading almost every day 2 books, one that the boys choose and one that the little one chooses, and then we read together. Yes. It's good practice. It's very good practice reading out loud. Okay. So we are in the book of Judith, which is such a disappointment to me so far in many ways. But then again, it's just a story. There's no obvious records of it. Even the time frame, they're not sure, which is weird because obviously there's a war involved, which they're always very detailed about, but okay. So what? So why are these books in here? I read an interesting comment of someone says, one should remember that the book was put together by men. Okay, men and women, and they had a certain agenda on how, and I've said this so many times before, how to control the people. It's true. Okay, so then what? So what, is this just all humbug? Absolutely not. That is the mystery of our Heavenly Parent. Well, you know, it's a set. People try, but the truth always comes out in the end anyway. So, to me, these stories, just as there are children's stories, fairy tales, fables, I don't know what, what are they? Lessons to learn from on what to do and what not to do. According to, always go back to that, the 10 Commandments. Done. Oh, who says the 10 Commandments? Well, if you look at all the 10 Commandments, I can't find any kind of, oh, that's not right. That we should be able to do that. Yes. Well, when you find 100% truth or sense in something, don't try to change that. Yes.
This way.
What did you get this time? Oh, that big feather that you guys found. Cool. Did you find everything you needed?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, go back to her braid. Turn around. Look at that beautiful. Well, come a little close. Look at that beautiful Rapunzel braid she's got going here. You're like Rapunzel. She had. Why?
This is not a Rapunzel braid.
It's an Abby braid. Why did Mommy said you have to have that now?
So I don't get any more like big knots.
Being in the water, her hair becomes like dreadlocks, right? She had one nest after another. I wasn't going to touch that. No. That's way too painful for her. Grossy's not going to do that. So Mommy said, well, we have one of 2 choices. Either you, and she does not like her hair braided. She does not like it up in a ponytail or 2 ponytails or whatever, or in a knot. She doesn't like that. She likes her hair open, always. So Mommy gave her a choice. One of 2 choices. Either you are going to have your hair in a braid a while, or we're going to cut your hair. Do you want to cut your hair?
No.
No. She loves her hair. Everybody loves her hair. Besides. Yeah. So, she's going with it so far.
I'm going with my mother.
You're going with your mother's decision. Yes. You know what? I like it. That's a good daughter. Oh, hi. Good morning. There's baby. Hey, baby. We were supposed to get a big storm last night, but we didn't.
Yeah.
We
Wait,
did not.
actually we did this.
And the children, unbeknownst to me, it was already 8 o'clock or something. They went down there and they got all the chairs from our resort, the Barker Resort. Yeah. And yeah. And brought it all up here. The pool has water in it, so that wouldn't fly away. They have some pretty amazing storms here as well. Well, I guess that happens everywhere. On the farm, it's amazing. And here comes my grandson. Everybody's up, it looks like. All right, let's get going in the book of Judith. 12. With that, he had her brought into where his silver dinner service was already laid, and had his own food served to her, and his own wine poured out for her. But Judith said, I would rather not eat this, in case I incur some fault. What I have brought will be enough for me. Suppose your provisions run out, Holofernes asked. How could we get more of the same sort? We have no one belonging to your race here. May your soul live, my lord, Judith answered. The Lord will have used me to accomplish his plan before your servant has finished these provisions. Holofernes' adjutants then took her to a tent where she slept until midnight. A little before the morning watch she got up. She had already sent this request to Holofernes. Let my lord kindly give orders for your servant to be allowed to go out and pray. And Holofernes had ordered his guards not to prevent her. She stayed in the camp for 3 days. She went out each night. Ooh, did you just fall over? No, the bike did. Careful, honey. How about you come around over this side? This is all open over here, Abby. She stayed in the camp for 3 days. She went out each night to the valley of Betulia and washed at the spring where the picket had been posted. As she went, she prayed to the Lord God of Israel to guide her in her plan to relieve the children of her people. Having purified herself, she would return and stay in her tent until her meal was brought her in the evening. Wow. Judith at the banquet of Holofernes. On the 4th day, Holofernes gave a banquet, inviting only his own staff and none of the other officers. He said to Bagoas, the officer in charge of his personal affairs, go and persuade that Hebrew woman you are looking after to come and join us and eat and drink in our company.
Look, I made more room.
You're what?
I made more room.
You made more room. You put it all up by yourself again. She is a little tiny 5-year-old. But the strength that girl has to do things is amazing to me. We shall be disgraced if we let a woman like this go without seducing her. If we do not seduce her, everyone will laugh at us. Bagoas then left Holofernes and went to see Judith. Would this young and lovely woman condescend to come to my lord? He asked. She will occupy the seat of honor opposite him. Drink the joyful wine with us and be treated today like one of the Assyrian ladies who stand in the palace of Nebuchadnezzar. Ha ha ha. Oh, and what is that? Be treated today like one of the Assyrian ladies who stand in the palace of Nebuchadnezzar? What are they trying to do here? Okay. Who am I? Judith replied. To resist my lord. I shall not hesitate to do whatever he wishes, and doing this will be my joy to my dying day. So she got up and put on her dress and all her feminine adornments. Her maid preceded her, and on the floor in front of Holofernes spread the fleece which Bagoas had given Judith for her daily use to lie on as she ate. Judith came in and took her place. The heart of Holofernes was ravished at the sight. His very soul was stirred. He was seized with a violent desire to sleep with her. And indeed, since the first day he saw her, he had been waiting for an opportunity to seduce her. I was just thinking about that. I thought, I wonder how that long, how, until they start to mention that. Baby, are you down already? Don't want to go with you? No, she likes to lay down.
Here.
Hey, you. They're just waiting for me to be done. There's things to do with Grozy. Drink then, Holofernes said. Enjoy yourself with us. I am delighted to do so, my lord, for since my birth I have never felt my life more worthwhile than today. Hey, what are you doing? Don't do that. You just dumped a bunch of water down on the baby. Ben? Boys will be boys. She took what her maid had prepared and ate and drank facing him. Holofernes was so enchanted with her that he drank far more wine than he had drunk any other day in his life. Wow. All right. That's the end of 12. That's getting more interesting, as people would say, or more disturbing. I don't know. Let's keep finding out. What did I say to begin with? I've been disappointed so far with the book of Judith for all kinds of reasons. And I explained why. And yet, I may be eating some humble pie later on, right? But that's kind of how, sometimes you can flip things. Instead of just, okay, I'm not going to say anything. And when then things turn out like that, and I'm thinking, this is how it's going to turn out, then I'm going to say something. Why not say something ahead of time? Where is this going? Is this really going in the right direction? Well, looks to me like it's not. Looks to me like we're going to get to, again, where we shouldn't be going, and we're going to have all kinds of excuses on why something that is against one of the commandments, or several of them, is acceptable in situations like this. I always wait. I'm one of those that says, prove me wrong. I would love to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong. In the meantime, I'm going to stick to my guns. What? What are my guns? My morals, my virtues. Done. Yes, that's the rod of iron right there. How bendable is your mind? How bendable is your heart to travel? How bendable is your heart to just travel from one to the next? Yes? Whatever, in and out of love, blah-ba-dee-blah-ba-dee-da. Cool. How bendable is your mind? You know one thing to be true, but when someone else comes along, hey, I got a better idea. Better idea or not. Oh, yeah, sounds good. That's going to benefit me. Yes? Oh, yeah. Never even go and check. Is that a sound idea? Go with it. How bendable is your... Yes? How convenient is it for people when someone comes and says, yeah, but thou shalt not kill just means thou shalt not murder. What the heck does that mean? Is that a difference? What's murder? Well, when you take someone else's life. Okay. On purpose. Okay. Yeah. And when is that ever not murder? Oh, when you're doing it. No, I'm just saying. Yeah, you see? Yeah, all right. Just saying. We have white lies. Well, white lies are all right. They are necessary sometimes, I don't know. What's the difference between black lies and white lies? The color? No. Okay. I'm just saying. There is it's a saying, silver, talking is silver and being silent is gold. Yeah, in what situations? Are there, so for example, sometimes, and I have done that myself, where if I wasn't asked So what actually happened? I would have told the truth, but I wasn't asked. And I think I wasn't asked by a friend about the questionable behavior that her husband had. Ah. She already knew. And I wasn't going to go and just tell her, because I know on how she protected herself in a way. And I wasn't going to, if she wasn't ready, if she wasn't willing, then I wasn't going to say anything. So was I lying? I don't think so. She didn't ask. The information was there. She could have had the information. Why are you suddenly not coming to the house? Or what happened there? And I had to go, whoa, buddy, what the heck are you doing? Yeah, that's not happening. That's gross. That's wrong. That's false. Yes? And I did have to sacrifice that friendship to a person I was very close to, the woman, yes. But that's how it went. And I never, hey, excuse you, it was, I never did that. The relationship eventually fell apart on its own, which again, I had nothing to do with. And that's where you want to be. Oh, bringing that up. Okay. Well, in Judith's case, and it sounds like to me that Judith has a plan and will not be seduced.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is John going to be here today?
No.
Wait, Dan dropped him off and
No.
she has the rest of the day off?
It's the 4th of July holiday. So John's not coming today and probably not tomorrow either.
Why?
Because a lot of people are off tomorrow, because Friday, because it's just a weekend afterwards. That works. No. You guys are going to your grandparents. Oh no, wait a minute. An aunt? No, someone. You have to ask mommy. I don't think you're going to Mimi's and Granddaddy's house. BB's and Granddaddy's house. I think you're going to someone else's house.
Yeah, we're going there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. You don't know that. Yes, I do.
Yeah, Mommy said last night.
What?
Oh,
We're going to BB.
you're not listening at all. All you have in your head is your friend coming over. Let me finish this up. Well, I've got grandchildren to talk to. We do, but you know what? I think what we have to do first, Abby, wait. You can't just plant them like that. They're too hard. We have to open it up and get the seed out.
That is the same.
Maybe not. Go plant them. Let's just see what happens. You're going to have to really water those, though.
Abby cracked the big thing that the thing where you take the water out.
She didn't crack it. It just happened. She showed it to me a long time ago. And that she could not have done that. It was just a weak part in the whole little gourd dipper. So now we have 2. But she didn't do that. That just happened. That just happened because it was in the water.
Rosie,
What?
where's a good spot to plant these? Wherever you think.
How about I'll finish this up and we'll do it together.
Okay.
Got to go and plant some apricot seeds.
Apricot seeds.
Apricot seeds. Yes. See, Grozy saw it has, look, you see it has this
Apricot
part here.
Seeds, so close. Why are they so small?
Let's watch a video and see how to plant these properly. What do you say? Rather than just putting them in the ground. Ooh, YouTube, that's great for stuff like that. Yes, grateful for people who actually have some knowledge that we can learn from and do something successfully. Yes. Got to go. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you and grace you with love, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow.